Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we welcome each and every one of you to the formal launch of RISÉ and a project under RISÉ called Project Empower. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, just before we take the national anthem, permit me to specially welcome into our midst the Honorable Commissioner for Budget and Planning in Lagos State, the cerebral, the very intelligent, hardworking, one of the spines in the wheel of success in Lagos State. Please welcome with me Mr. Sam Egube. And also, please allow me to welcome a distinguished Nigerian, intelligent, a woman with a heart of gold, one in whom several young ladies across the length and breadth of Nigeria draw inspiration from. Please welcome with me our CEO and founder, Olawunmi Akalusi. And also, we're also blessed to have a shining light in Nigeria's corporate firmament, our COO and co-founder of RISÉ, Tina Makpo Adediran. I guess she just stepped out. Permit me to welcome a national treasure seated here with us. Allow me to welcome Elder Audu Osogwemo. Please, can we give him a round of applause? You're most welcome, sir. As we get the list, we're going to, have more introduction. Not forgetting a woman with a heart of gold, intelligence, shining light. Please welcome with me Dr. Ama. And also permit me to welcome all members of the Fourth Estate, the press, the indefatigable members of the press. Please, if your hands are not too busy, can we give them a round of applause for their objectivity and also making democracy stand and move in Nigeria? At this point, I'd like to crave your indulgence. Can we all rise as we take the national anthem of the greatest nation on planet Earth, Nigeria? As you all know, the Project Empower, which is what we're launching today from RISÉ. The Project Empower seeks to address the increasing youth unemployment and lack of startup capital by equipping the Nigerian youth with the necessary skills, knowledge to start, manage, and successfully run their businesses. And this will be done in all the 36 states of Nigeria. In each and every state, 1 million youth will be empowered. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, allow me to welcome another intelligent mind that works within the firmament of Lagos State government. Please welcome with me General Manager Lasimra. She will be representing the very distinguished national icon and treasure, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Please welcome with me Bisoye Koka Odushote. She is the GM Lasimra. Please, can we give her a round of applause? I'd like to crave your indulgence that to look at the screen behind me. We'll be having a short documentary about what we're doing here today.
Welcome to the future, where we eat, sleep, and breathe technology. Between e-commerce, digital transformation of the blue-collar segment, and digital solution is where RISÉ plays.
Businesses are embracing digitalization like never before. Be it education, agriculture, commerce, and the likes, the impact of digitalization is visible everywhere. Digitalization is more important than ever before for the blue-collar industry as well. Companies, as well as people, are looking to hire competent individuals and are using technology to make a huge difference in their search and service sourcing processes.
In a country with an estimated 200 million population, where over 40% of the population are skilled and have an informal business that services either individuals or other businesses, it's important to help this demography connect to a broader array of customers who can't find them due to the many gaps associated with the industry.
RISÉ was birthed to bridge gaps like competence, reliability, distance in an industry plagued with many negatives and sufferings from low patronage due to generational long-standing issues that technology can easily solve.
I'd say that one day 3 years ago, Ola spoke to me about the idea of RISÉ and immediately resonated with me because amazingly, I had had a similar idea some years prior. As such, it was something that was alive and real to me. Typically, I'm a planner and I love to execute. So I was immediately able to get to work building a system which could bring RISÉ alive. First, it was determining the needs and getting to work recruiting the right team, from developers to consultants to staff who will deliver on that vision that will be RISÉ today. I must say that a lot of the operationalization is still in progress and we expect will continue to evolve over the next 6 months to a year. But we have certainly put in place the right institutions from a governance perspective with right controls and processes across functions that would allow us to do things right from day one. As is the case with most ventures in Nigeria, getting the right startup team from a capacity perspective was indeed one of the major challenges, but we rose to the occasion, working with consultants where necessary to ensure the very best team was assembled and will be part of driving the operations to laudable heights. This is just the beginning, as there's so much more that needs to be done, and we're up for the challenge to ensure that RISÉ is indeed a national, Pan-African and global success for all stakeholders.
One of the major challenges we faced was funding. Funding was quite difficult to come by. I mean, we had to go through various pitching processes. We had to speak to a lot of investors or prospective investors at the time. In the meantime, I was funding through my other company, Vision Media. And when COVID hit, it became so difficult to sustain the business, to sustain paying salaries and all. And so we had to downsize. After downsizing, we tried to manage it as much as we could, and within the small team the small, most important team that we needed at the time. And so it was Tina and I and one or two other developers. As God will have it, in January, we got an investor, and by February, we had to put the team back together. So Tina and I worked hand in hand to ensure that we had the right set of people, the right team who could understand the vision and run with it.
Through the pain and the pangs, we announce the birth of RISÉ, the revolution and the true change needed to sanitize the blue-collar world.
At this point, we'll take the opening remarks. Please allow me to welcome the marketing director, the very intelligent, the very hardworking Sheun Banwo, as he speaks to us.
Your Excellency, Madam, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning and thank you for obliging us. Really appreciate you for taking out time out of your busy schedules to be here today. We do not take your coming for granted, and we just want to say thank you. What we're doing today is phenomenal. It's something that has never been done before. So I'm welcoming you to the launch of the birthing of a new technology that is to sanitize the industry of our dear brothers and sisters in the blue-collar sector. And that is a sector that pretty much contributes a very large chunk of our GDP. We'll introduce some sort of corporate governance, some sort of responsibility, and the opportunity for us to repackage and reorganize that sector. At RISÉ, we're pretty much just building bridges, building gaps. I don't want to delve into my CEO speech. However, I just want to, give you a bit of understanding of what we're doing today. So you would know that your coming is not for granted, and we're here to show you the way to the next, to the future, pretty much. And apart from RISÉ, we're also launching a project called Project Empower, where we're introducing an opportunity for the teeming youths, knowing what is going on now, to be able to fend for themselves and be more responsible. Without delving into all the social vices that we have going on around now, it will be important that we create an avenue for the youths to be self-sustaining, to be sustainable, and at the same time to create a platform where they can also express themselves talent-wise. Nigeria is pretty blessed with a lot of talent and skills when it comes to blue-collared work and what we call, artisanry and what have you, from wood vending, carpentry to mechanics to, on a lighter note, I ride bikes here, and shout out to all the bikers that are here. We have some of them from metallic horses. It's good to have you. Welcome. So, that is an industry where mechanics now are coming up off of the back of I need to get to my work quicker, and I don't want to use the four tires. The bike gets me there faster. That is an economy where we're empowering the likes of the cameramen, the tech people, and giving them a platform where they can pretty much showcase their talent beyond the regular word of mouth and that. So, and that's what we're doing here today. Project Empower is about empowering the youths, 36 million of them, and taking them out of, the trenches, and bringing them into the light of technology where they can, express themselves under tutelage and guidance. So thank you again for coming. We really appreciate you. I'll be handing over now to the MC who is going to introduce the CEO for our own speech. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to welcome a beautiful lady whose intelligence and comprehension is as gorgeous as she is. Please welcome our CEO, Olawunmi Akalusi, as she comes to speak to us.
Okay, I'm almost in tears. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Wow. The journey of 1,000 miles, they say, starts in a day. And little drops of water makes a mighty ocean. Here we are. With the little things we started to do to burst this project about 3 years ago. And the interesting thing with all of this is through Try My Job, that is the Try My Job reality TV show. And so with Try My Job, we've done so many seasons across Nigeria. We had the pleasure of having the governor of Lagos State on the show some years back with his deputy. And as entertaining as it was, there was still a gap. I learned a whole lot, especially from the job owners. It was just basically an eye-opener for me, because I realized that these people, as much as I'm giving them a platform to advertise, they need to be able to easily connect with their customers, right? And at the point where we were launching the last season, it was a whole lot of headache trying to get someone who could do, in fact, people who could do things that could work with our budget. And I realized that there was a huge gap to be filled, because, getting a reliable artisan is one thing. Getting someone who would deliver within your budget is another thing. And also getting somebody that you will pay and will not run away with the money for equipment or the money to buy the materials you need is another challenge, right? And then I realized that there's absolutely little to no accountability, apart from the fact that, okay, there were marketing challenges for them, but then again, everybody just does anything they like, how they like it, when they like it, and however it works for them. Not minding you, who is the end user, who has a time frame for certain things. You can't be juggling, fixing the plumbing issues in your house and doing school runs and going to work and all of that. Everybody just needs to understand that there has to be a balance. And that was what made me go back after trying my job launch, and I was like, God, what would you have me do? Like, I literally had to go back to God in prayer. I was like, okay, God, something has to be done. And one of those days, praying, meditating, RISÉ popped up in my mind. I was like, oh, okay. Let's see, how do we get this started? Called the developer, called Tina, register the company first. I mean, intellectual property, entrepreneurs, whatever idea you have, before you start sharing it, you either get a copyright for it or you register it, just to avoid stories that touch much later in the future. So I did that, and then we started working. The little money I'd made, juggling Vision Media, we started putting it into RISÉ, and it was a whole lot. I mean, the documentary already said everything. It was a whole lot at the time. And we started pitching and pitching and pitching, got some prospective investors in the US, but it didn't come through, and it was just a whole lot. One of the things I learned with that process is never bargain on an empty stomach. I would have gotten an offer that would have taken 90% of the company, if not more. But I knew that wasn't what God would have me do. I knew that that wasn't what I wanted for this. And so I was like, no, I'm broke, I'm hungry, but no. And so I chilled. I just took a chill pill, went back to God, and I said, God, you have to figure out something. Something has to happen. And as God will have it, meetings upon meetings. So I'm that person that the first time I meet you, by the time we have one or two, in fact, in the first 5 sentences, you must know what I'm doing and what I need at the time. Like, my 5 minutes pitch deck is always ready. So I was listening. And so it was one of those conversations that led to, oh, I like this idea. We're trying to come up with it at some point, and we had XYZ challenges. I was like, yes. We already have ways to mitigate those challenges. Insurance, a whole lot of things. I mean, there are many indices and there are many factors that helps a business like this run. And so we had to go through all of that, legal processes and all of that. And here we are today. RISÉ, from that little girl from Surulere that had absolutely nothing. Half the time when you have an idea, trust me, money is not the first thing you need. It's never the first thing you need. You need to be able to structure it out. You need to be able to understand what exactly you need first, get people that can help you achieve those ideas and those dreams, and then you get to work. It's a lot of hard work. You need to be willing to get your hands dirty, roll up your sleeves, get it done. And that's it. Unfortunately, I hear a lot of young people complain about so many things and give so many excuses as to why they can't get things done. I'm a living testament, right? My mom is a single mom, so I'm not from money. Just in case you don't know, I am not. All I have is God and a dream, and we're here today. And this is just the beginning. So thank you so much for coming out today. Project Empower actually is aimed at empowering 36 million Nigerian youths, like Sheun said already. The plan is it's not just another capacity building project, no. We have plans to at least get everyone some certification from Harvard University. And so what that means is you need to learn a lot from ideation to completion to customer retainership and all of that, customer service, customer acquisition and all. And so the plan is to have a 3-day workshop in partnership with Harvard where everybody, irrespective of the sector that you're working in, can have that certification so that whenever you start your business, you know what to do. You have an idea. You know how to even structure it in the first place. You know how to build a pitch deck in the first place. And then after that, we're looking at various sectors from plumbing to hairdressing to catering, even technology. And then from that stage, we're then going to be absorbing you on the platform. And so what that means is we're not just teaching you how to fish, we're giving you a platform to sell your fish so that you can make money, you can maximize everything you have learned. So we're not just going to train you out in the cold, no. We're training you and helping you sustain whatever it is that you have learned, sustain the business, build it, grow it, and ensure that you have a global platform where you can sell to anywhere in the world. People are relocating to Canada. As good as Canada might seem, there's nowhere like home. That's it. If we don't build Nigeria, no one will build it for us. Our children will blame us for what we did not do. The same way we're blaming the previous generation for putting us here, our children will blame us for not doing our bit when we had the opportunity to do it. So now is the time for us young people to start to work towards building Nigeria in whatever capacity we can. And people have been saying that we're as good as our leaders. Truth is, yes. Because no leader was born outside a society and then brought back to the society to come and head the society. No. It is what you give that you get. So if in your small sphere you can't even handle a business with good ethics, then when you have a leadership position, it becomes an issue because everybody now starts to blame you. But hey, you had time. You had a lot of time to train. You had a lot of time to build, but you did not build character. And so it's important that we start to learn that there's so many things involved in leadership, and we are leaders in our small spheres. Your sphere of influence is where you lead, and it is what you give that you get. It's that simple. If you raise your child well, when he becomes the governor tomorrow, he will do a good job. If you don't raise your child well, when he becomes the governor tomorrow, your name is at stake. And like the Bible always says, a good name is better than rubies. So in whatever you do, have that at the back of your mind. That a good name will save you a whole lot. A good name will preserve your generation. Okay, I'm not about to preach now. All right, so thank you everybody for coming. Your souvenirs would have, in fact, your souvenirs have barcodes, so you can easily just log onto the app, register, and then we can get it going from there. Please ensure that you tell a friend to tell a friend, and family, and enemy, and anybody that you like or you don't like to log onto the app. Register, right? We're like 100 people here, so if 100 people tell 10 people each, we'll have at least 1,000 people on the app. So guys, please help our small business, our growing business. And I'm glad to have a wonderful team with me here. My COO is a fantastic person, Tinade Diron. Our director, Mr. Shani Williams. Director, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you to my entire team for putting up with me. I mean, it's not easy working with me, but thank you so much. Thank you for stomaching all the shouts, all the drama and everything, and just making this a huge success. Shombanwo, God bless you. Banke, thank you very much for everything. And to my fantastic husband, the one who gives me peace, because without that peace, nothing will happen. And that's the truth. He's the one that, encourages everything I have to say, even at the wrongest times. I can just come in the middle of the night. Babe, do you know this? Do you know that we can do X, Y, Z to get X, Y, Z done? And he's like, young lady, I need to sleep. But that is my life. I literally eat, breathe, and do everything business. So thank you so much, Mr. Akalusi. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for everything. To my family, thank you so much. I couldn't have asked for a better one. Daddy Aldo, God bless you. Thank you for being there. Thank you for the encouragement. Thank you for the times when I was ill and you came through. Thank you so much for being an amazing dad. God bless you. My mom is yet to be here, but in case you see her, just tell her thank you for me. If she didn't put in the work, if she didn't pay my school fees, we'll not be here. So thank you so much, Mommy. God bless you so, so, so much. And to Yanu, I keep pushing you, but you know I love you, right? Thank you. Thank you for everything. So thank you guys for listening to my little TED Talk. God bless you. Enjoy your day. We're going to have lunch at some point. It's a buffet, so don't run away.
All she's saying in a nutshell is download the app, invite someone to download the app, register, and you can get going, all right? So if you're here now with your smartphone, you can download it on Play Store and Apple. Oh no, not Play Store. Okay, not Apple. Not yet. Okay, all right. But just check it out. Like she said, you're going to have the barcodes in your souvenirs, so you can just do that later. Please, can we put our hands together one more time for the CEO, founder of RISÉ, Olawunmi Akalusi? Let's put our hands together for her now. You're finding it hard to clap. Okay, so we're going to take a music break just to relax a bit. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to invite on stage T-Mac.
And I know you would like to feel my devotion. I want you to get into the mood. I want you to feel the groove. I want you to feel the melody deep inside your soul. I want you to feel my emotion. Oh, what a feeling. Oh, what a feeling. Oh, what a feeling. Oh, what a feeling. What a feeling. Oh, what a feeling. What a feeling. Oh, what a feeling. Oh, yeah. Oh, what a feeling. Yeah. What a feeling. Feeling.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the point where we'll be taking goodwill messages. I will be starting out with the leading light of our nation's democracy, the presidential flag bearer of the All Progressive Congress, His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Jagaban of Africa, who is ably and intelligently represented here by an amazing, intelligent woman, a woman with the ornament of humility around her neck and around her life, a woman with a heart of gold. Please welcome with me the GM of LASIMRA, Lagos State Infrastructure Maintenance and Regulatory Agency, Bisoye Koka, as she speaks to us.
I would like to begin by thanking the team at RISÉ for the invitation to be here. I am highly honored to have the privilege to represent our leader, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the presidential candidate for the APC. I'm happy to be here at RISÉ's groundbreaking event. In this age of digital solutions, one can only hope to remain innovative by discovering new and creative ways to bridge the gap between the current climate and economical issues currently affecting the nation. One undeniable, which is massive unemployment. With millions of youths unemployed and looking for better ways to enter the actively engaged labor market, the team at RISÉ has shown it is willing and able to push the frontier of technology to provide solutions and stand as the tool to help drive the youths out of unemployment, directly impacting the national issues of insecurity and poverty, whilst also boosting growth and development. Reduced unemployment and youth empowerment are some of Asiwaju's major agendas for 2023. As without a great working youthful population, no economy or nation can grow, and that is why it feels RISÉ plays such a key role, not just for the youth, but for the economy as a whole. Together, we shall rise to achieve a greater future. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, if your hands are not too busy, please can we give the GM of LASIMRA another round of applause? Thank you so much, ma'am. And to the next goodwill message, please welcome with me the very beautiful, the very elegant, an amazing woman in a million. Please welcome with me Dr. Ama.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. And I'm not going to stand behind a podium because I'm much more comfortable speaking to people as I am right now. It is an honor to be here on this very special day, and I'm going to tell you a little story. I walked in and I said, I'm here for the RISÉ event, and Shewan said to me, it's not RISÉ. I'm still trying to pronounce it correctly. It's RISÉ or RISÉ. I'm working on it. Have a good laugh on me. I like that. I have a great sense of humor. But I am honored to be here for this special occasion because I very much understand the issues of youth unemployment, but most importantly, the issues of developing people, because people develop a nation. And it is worth noting that this is a young lady and a group of people who have come together because they care about others. They want others to be economically viable. Because when you have economically viable individuals, then you're able to create a community of individuals who can network amongst themselves to do the right thing and to grow the country. So I am absolutely honored to be here today. I wish them much success. And I know that every single person here will follow through on their request, which is to log onto their app and to tell others. Through the process of multiplicity, we can improve the country and we can improve the lives of every single individual, regardless of their business sector. Thank you very much and have a lovely day. And all the best to RISÉ. I am going to work on this. Tell me again how to say it. RISÉ.
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 RISÉ. I got it. Thank you, everyone. It's an honor and all the best.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Please, can we give Dr. Ama another round of applause? I beg of you. Yeah. She didn't sound like us, so sorry. Forgive us. So, for those of you who didn't understand what she was saying, Emma Bino, I flew in from the States myself. I came in from Maryland for this event, so it's been a very long journey. So I flew in from Maryland, very close to Nigbongbo, for this event. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, allow me to welcome for another goodwill message. Please welcome with me Alhaji Arowolo, the chairman of MOMTA, the president of MOMTAM.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Permit me to stand out the system protocol. Well, the program we launched today is a program I believe the technician artisan has been expecting since. My name is Alhaji Arowolo, the president of Motomex and Technician Association of Nigeria. The name of the program, well, my madam said either RISÉ or RISÉ. What I think is RISÉ, and we now call it in English RISÉ. No, it's RISÉ, because we believe with this initiative, we will get a better artisan, and even though we will get a better customer. When we train, we have been trained. Some of us have even trained in abroad. But to get a customer, to have a reputable customers is another different thing, because they normally look everybody that they are mechanic. They are mechanic. And I believe with this initiative, we will need to go to the long way. A part of the orientation to the technician, to the vulcanizer, or any technicians, the customer too need the orientation for the betterment of this country. Because when you are using a vehicle of 20 or 50 million naira, you need a better mechanics. And are you ready to pay for the service? That's another problem we are facing in the field of the technician in Nigeria. People ready to buy spare part of 5 million naira are ready to give you 50,000 naira kilo, say, what do you do? That you want to collect money. And I believe in advanced country, if you bought a windscreen for 50,000 naira, you are going to pay amount of 50,000 to fix it. So that even though if it is any damages, you will have a means to fix it back to you. But Nigeria will not pay. Nigeria will be ready to give you 5,000 naira that you should visit, which I believe the research tool is going to work on that. So the attitude of customers, we normally look at fake spare parts. Yes, the original spare parts and the fake spare parts, the price is different. But when technicians tell you this is so amount, you will say, no, somebody is selling it for 1,000 naira. As you have a outfit of 700 naira, there is an original outfit for 3,000 naira. But if you don't use to it, you will be arguing for 700 naira. Let me appreciate the madam that behind the initiative. We have met about 3 years ago, even though with the excellency, and she has been discussing about this thing with me. And I'm really delighted that even though I'm in the midst when they are launching this research today, and by the grace of God, it's going to go far. And I will communicate with my members. Majority of us we registered to start with, because I believe when the program benefits at least 1,000 technicians, in a couple of months, the 10,000 will register. That is our culture. The Nigeria will say, wow, and I believe we will not let down. Thank you for coming. Thank you, and God bless you.
Allow me to welcome another gentleman to speak to us. He's a director on RISÉ, as corrected by Alhaji Arowolo. It is RISÉ. So allow me to welcome this man with a great capacity in many ways that we can mention. Please welcome with me Mr. Shaney Williams as he speaks to us.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Permit me to stand on all existing protocols. I want to thank everyone again for the support for this company. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for supporting what it stands for. You've all heard, you've all seen the documentary, you've all seen what it's about. I believe it's a very, very important enterprise. We're aware of the situation that we're finding ourselves in Nigeria with the economy, with the lack of security, and so on and so forth, and also the youth. So many youth that we find are completely devoid of hope. They don't have opportunities, and they don't even have the skills to find their way into sustaining themselves in this society. And so when I was approached to be a part of this company, I jumped to the opportunity because I believe in the youth. From what our CEO spoke about earlier on today, there's this is a worthwhile venture that's investing not just in the future of our country, but also the future of our youth to make sure that they can provide for themselves. So I am privileged, honored to be a part of the company. I believe it's going to go far. I believe it's going to reap huge dividends for the future of our nation. And thank you all again for your support.
Thank you once again. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much, Mrs. Williams, for coming. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Dr. Amma, thank you so much. Thank you, Mrs. Coca. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you all for sitting here. Thank you to the Vulcanizers Association, to the Association of Mechanics in Lagos, to the representative of the Association of Tailors. Bossa is such a wonderful person. She made my outfit. Please, patronize her. Thank you so much. Women in business, Abi? Bossa. All right. Permit me to introduce my team members, the core team members, people that do not sleep, because I definitely wouldn't sleep until we get things done. This is my wonderful COO, Mrs. Tina Makpo.
Mrs. Tina Adejiro.
Sorry, Adejiro.
I'm not married to my father. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much for honoring the invitation. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. Like I always say, it's a work in progress. We're just starting. There's a lot of work to be done. So we thank you for the support, and we expect, of course, that the support will be long-lasting, and of course, we will yield the dividend of and the impact of what it is that we're trying to do through reshare, as we go along. So thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, Tina. And Mr. Sheung Banwo. Mr. Sheung gets the heat all the time. His wife says we quarrel more than she quarrels with her husband. All right, Mr. Sheung.
Okay, there's nothing new I want to say. Standing on, again, all existing protocols, I'd say thank you for taking our time. We really do not take this for granted. And it's our hope that in another few months, by the time you start hearing RISÉ everywhere, we would all be able to look back to this day and say, yes, we were part of something big and something we all can be proud of. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Okay, they said I'm supposed to introduce Project Empower. I know I've spoken about Project Empower earlier, but we're officially launching Project Empower right now. It's a capacity building project that we aim to empower 36 million youths across Nigeria. That is 1 million per state. And we're hoping that state governors can partner with us, people in the private sector can partner with us to make this a reality. I mean, getting to partner with Harvard University is not going to be cheap, right? It's going to cost us a lot of money. Empowering 36 million youths across Nigeria is not going to be cheap at all. So we need all the support we can get. We need all the encouragement. We need, even if it's just word of mouth, if all you can do is just tell the next person about it and encourage the person to register for it, that'll be fantastic. So as much as you can, spread the word, support in whatever way you can, and let's make Nigeria great again. Nigeria is the giant of Africa, and I know that indeed she's taken her place as a giant of Africa that she is. I believe in Nigeria. I believe we can do so much more. I believe Nigeria is blessed, both with natural resources and with manpower. We have, about 200 million people in Nigeria. Come on. Come on. We can do a whole lot. So please, let's join hands together to make this a huge success. Thank you very much. Mrs. Coker, we're counting on you too. Thank you very much. And by the way, she's representing Senator Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and thank you for coming. We do not take this for granted, like Sheung said, and we hope to see more of you, both virtually and whenever we have a physical event. So thank you.
In line with what we're doing here today, on that note, I'd like to invite Femi Leye once again. He has a track that is in line with what we're doing here. So please, if your hands are not too busy, please, let's welcome Femi Leye one more time.
Hello, everyone. The song she shared was from a memory I had in the early 90s. Well, I'm not so old, but yeah, I remember 92, 93, my parents used to have a farm here in Lagos. They are both teachers. And during the weekend, we just go to the farm and we work. And I would see my mom coming up with these songs just on the spot, just composing music. And it was just very, very, it sounded really cool even at the time. So from that memory, I, started writing the song called Shishe. And it's just so amazing that we are launching this amazing RISÉ today. So yeah, hope you enjoy it.
Oh yeah now. Hey! Oh yeah oh. Oh yeah oh. Yàrá dìde, iṣẹ́ lóògùn iṣẹ́. Yàrá dìde, ọ̀rẹ́ lọ wá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀. Yàrá dìde, iṣẹ́ lóògùn iṣẹ́. Yàrá dìde, ọ̀rẹ́ lọ wá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀. Ṣiṣẹ́, ṣiṣẹ́, má ṣeré, ṣeré. Ṣiṣẹ́, 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 ṣiṣẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi. Ṣiṣẹ́, ṣiṣẹ́, má ṣeré, ṣeré. Ṣiṣẹ́, ṣiṣẹ́, fèrè o, fèrè o. ṣiṣẹ́, ó yá ṣiṣẹ́, ó yá ṣiṣẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o. Break it down. Yára dìde, iṣẹ́ lóògùn ìṣẹ́. Yára dìde, ọ̀rẹ́ lọ wá ṣẹ́ṣe. Yára dìde, iṣẹ́ lóògùn ìṣẹ́. Yára dìde, ọ̀rẹ́ lọ wá ṣẹ́ṣe. Ṣiṣẹ́, ṣiṣẹ́, má ṣeré, ṣeré, ṣiṣẹ́, ṣiṣẹ́, ṣiṣẹ́. Ẹ kọrin o, ṣiṣẹ́, ṣiṣẹ́, má ṣeré, ṣeré, ṣiṣẹ́, ṣiṣẹ́, ó yá ṣiṣẹ́. Ẹ kọrin o, ṣiṣẹ́, ṣiṣẹ́, má ṣeré, ṣeré o, ṣiṣẹ́, 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 ṣiṣẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi, ṣiṣẹ́, ṣiṣẹ́, má ṣeré, ṣeré.
While Femile was performing, another distinguished Lagosian walked in. One of the shining lights in the Lagos state firmament when it comes to making Lagos work, when it comes to making Lagos the desirable place to be in, the desirable state to be in the whole of West Africa. Please welcome with me Director Strategy, Funding and Stakeholder Management at Lagos State Employment Trust Fund. Please welcome Sheila OJ.
To take the vote of thanks, we'd like to call on the CEO and co-founder of RISÉ, Tina Makpo Adediran. Can we put our hands together for her, please?
Thank you very much, everyone. We sincerely appreciate your time. Like my team members have said, we don't take it for granted. Your Excellencies, our guests, our distinguished guests, our distinguished artisans. I like to say everybody in Nigeria has a side hustle. So we're all artisans, or we're all vendors, or we all have some business or the other that we run on the side. So I'm sure we all generally have an appreciation of what it is that we're doing here today. So thank you very much, everyone, for taking the time out of your busy schedules. Thank you for honoring our invitation. We appreciate you. We appreciate your support because we are holding on to it. We're expecting it to go on, through the entire program and through the success of RISÉ APP Nigeria Limited as a business. So again, everyone, thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much because we are going to call you when we require your support subsequently. Thank you and have a fabulous day ahead.